Hello all my Merry Makers and welcome to a Merry Making Monday. My name is Becca and I am going to be showing you how to make something today. Usually it is knit or crochet related, but today is the exception. Today I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to take that jumper I showed you and turning it into a purse. I've never done this before, so you're going to be learning along with me, which I think is always fun and great. I do hope that this is very informative to y'all and that you like it. So without further ado, let's begin. So I do have my sewing machine plugged in. I have no idea if we're actually going to be using it today. Oh, and today I also am using my camcorder as setup for the first time. So let me know how you like it or don't like it. I'm going to be putting you down now because I am going to be working with my hands. All right. Let's see. Let's make sure we're in frame. We are not in frame at all. Let's point us down. Boop. Whoa! We almost lost the camera there. Sorry about that. Alright, so this is the jumper, and the first thing I am going to do is be cutting off just this top part here. And these are just some sharp scissors. Alright. And I didn't even make sure to double check I'm not cutting the fabric on the inside, just the denim up top. Alright, so there's that side. Alright, now we're going to do the next side. Same thing, making sure that I'm not cutting any other fabric below. Alright, so there we go. I am going to be setting this to the side in case I decide to use any of this. Like, I'm specifically thinking about this pocket right here. Maybe reusing it for a pocket on the bag itself. So, but first things first. Yeah, there's a little tag in here that I want to get rid of. That can go into the bin. And then, oh, there's a little bit here that didn't get cut. And there's another little tag right here. Alright. So, now that the top is off, I'm just making some mental notes about where everything lands. Now, you see how this opens up a little bit on the side? So mental note here, I'm probably going to want to seam this up so that it doesn't open, because the last thing you want is a purse that opens on the side. So, and there's already kind of some sewing there. Like, they made it look like a button. That is so weird. But anyway, that is a snap. So, the question becomes, what do I want to do first? And I am thinking what I want to do first is put a little pocket on the inside. Now, this is kind of a satiny fabric. So, I've got some satin fabric that I had. Probably got it from Smart. And I am basically gonna go get my my library card. So 1 minute. Alright, so I got one of my business cards. And what I'm going to do is use this as a guide for how big I want my pocket to be. Because that's probably what most people are going to use this pocket for, is sticking in cards, like their driver's license and other stuff like that. So I usually do, because I am notorious for not actually using a measuring tape, I take my thumb to the first knuckle. And, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this is a washable marker. There's my first line. And you notice that I'm oh, maybe you don't because I'm not in frame. There we go. I still gave myself a little bit of room on this side as well. And that's basically for seams. Because with this being satin, we're going to want to give ourselves a nice big seam to work with. And okay, so got that much on that side. Same thing for the top. About a thumb's worth. Oh, almost lost the camera again. Continue this line up and around. And we're going to cut that out. Alright. So now we're getting ready to cut, and after thinking about it, I actually want to make this double the length that I have. So just folding it over. Because again, because this is satin and because this has a tendency to fray, I want to make sure that I have enough on both sides. You know, with you taking in and out your cards all the time, you're not causing the fabric to fray. Alright, am I on that line yet? Close enough. Alright. Bring it down. Make sure I'm not cutting anything else underneath. And it's as straight as a line as one can muster when one has a straight line to follow. Alright. So now I've got my piece of fabric, and you notice that I did this wrote on the non-shiny side. Shiny side. That way, when it's sewn together, you're not going to see anything. You know, even though this says it's a washable marker, I'm going to assume that they lie. So, I am going to try to make this into a pocket. So, I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've used this particular sewing machine ever, and I have not used a sewing machine in a really long time. So, I am going to be referring to my instruction manual on how to get this thing threaded up. This is a necky, which I've never heard of before, but whatever. Setting the needle, changing the pressure, winding the bobbin. I already have a bobbin all wound up and ready to go. So we're not going to do that. Okay, inserting the bobbin into the case. Where is that case? Alright. So, that's where it's going. Alright. It says there are different ways to do it depending on the model. Alright, we have a model FA apparently. So, okay. it shows that. And then it says draw thread under tension spring and into fork-shaped opening of spring. Okay. Done. Bobbin turns clockwise in case when string is pulled. Yes. Alright. Insert bobbin case into shuttle body. Right. Oh. Wait, we're no longer going clockwise, are we? It's counterclockwise. So what did I do wrong? And this is why we read instructions. Okay, are we going clockwise now? We're going clockwise now. Alright. Let's not drop it again. Okay. Make sure the little arm goes into the little hole. Alright. Insert bobbin into opening bobbin case latch. Release bobbin latch. If bobbin case is not positioned properly, could cause problems. No, really? Thank you for stating the obvious. Alright, threading the machine. I feel like I'm in one of those goofy things where it's like, you see now that the person is doing something that they should not be doing. Alright, so it goes up top here, and then it has a tension thing here that we go through, and then another tension thing in the front that we go through, and I forgot to make sure my needle was all the way up. There we go. Alright. And then it shows that I need to go down around here, and then there's like some sort of, okay, I'm gonna pick you up for a second. See, there's like this thing right here that I have to get the thread through. So that's what I'm going to try to be doing. Putting you back down now because I need 2 hands. Don't even know if I'm in frame right now. I'm in frame. Sort of. Let's move this over just a smidgen. There we go. Okay. How? It's like, does it pull out? Nope. Okay, there's no way on God's green earth that is happening. So I'm just gonna, hopefully, that part's not important. And that's the last we ever saw of Becca, the merrymaker. And then it goes up through this top bead and down. Alright. And unfortunately, this big bad boy neither has a light nor a threader. So this might take a couple of tries. Come on. All we're doing today is the pocket, by the way. In case you're sitting there going, what the heck? How long is this going to take? This will have to be a multi-part make-along. Did we make it? Are we through? Nope. Let's try again. Oh, I need to buy needle threaders. That would make my whole life a little easier. I'm going to lower the foot. I'm going to lower the foot. That will make my life easier too. Where's my... There we go. In through the front, out to the back and to the right is what I've always been taught. Although I'm not looking at my instructions, so that's a bad idea. Alright. Just double checking. There we go. Alright. Drawing up the bottom, raise the presser foot lifter. Hold the upper thread loosely in your left hand and turn the hand wheel towards you one complete turn with the right hand. Okay. Okay, there might be a problem here. Why aren't we moving? Then again, we maybe do nothing today. I told you this is the first time I've ever used this particular machine, right? What is going on here? Okay. Well, that didn't work. So let's try it again. Okay, still not working. Alright. When we pull on the thread, it goes clockwise. Okay. And then alright. I'm supposed to be holding on to this thread with my left hand. Yeah, and we're not picking up the thread from the bottom for some odd reason. Which means there's probably something wrong with the timing mechanism. So I apologize, everyone, that this is not going to be happening today. So let's see if I can't see what's going on here by taking this part out. Alright. Learn some sewing machine maintenance. You had no idea what you were coming in for today, did you? Alright. So, might have to take you off the thing, because hope I'm not making y'all sick. Alright, so let's see. Of course. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. My best friend called, and always kind of important. So what I ended up doing was taking apart the bobbin case, cleaning it out, and putting it back together. And after that, I was able to successfully bring up the thread. Hooray! Alright, then the instructions say to make sure that both threads go underneath your pressure foot, and that after that, you are ready to sew. So, who's ready to sew? We'll see if we can do this today. Alright. So I'm going to bring my machine just a smidgen closer, and there might be some, if not obvious, if you have not worked with a sewing machine before, loud noises ahead. Especially this one, because this boy's solid. You know what I mean? He is a brick. And I'm sorry for the shakes. Alright. I think we're at a good position now. So what I'm going to do is just stitch along the bottom here, and then stitch along most of the side, and leave myself about a thumb's worth of material, and then turn it inside out. So you always want to start, in my opinion, you always want to start with your fabric solidly all the way underneath your pressure foot. Okay? And then you go forward a couple of stitches. And some people do this by using the pressure foot, which, let's try it. Something doesn't sound quite right. And then you can go, I don't see a reverse button, so we're going to stop because, like I said, this didn't sound right. Well, okay. We're on one, we're on straight, we're on one. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, and then let's see if we actually made some progress there. We did not, so something's wrong with this machine. Not surprised. Most likely this area down here needs to be oiled, and I don't have any machine oil today. So I'm gonna have to go out and buy some. So, but I hope that you will join me next week after I've oiled my machine, and maybe we will get this pocket on, okay? Please join me Wednesday for What You Working On Wednesday. Until then, my merry makers, make what makes you merry.